It's literally 11 o'clock in the morning and it is this dark. Got every single light on. Like, this is crazy. This year, I'm taking part in Inktober and Peachtober. I know that sounds crazy. It kind of is. We need to sketch ideas for all 62 prompts and we're doing it today. It's mad, but let me show you the idea. Tiny little sketchbook here. This is what we're going to be using for Peachtober. And then this sketchbook here is going to be for Inktober. This year for both. I want to use that mysterious box of inks that we picked up in the Facebook Marketplace haul. I've been holding off using them all this time because I want to use them for this. So we're going to complete Peachtober first in this tiny little sketchbook. I want to complete the entire challenge in one day. Then this is the big Cardi sketchbook that I used for Peachtober in 2023. These ones. 1, 9, 10, 30, 31. All of these, and we still got spare. We can fit Inktober in here. And to be completely honest, I do prefer the Peachtober prompt list, but I said that I would try and do Inktober this year. So Inktober is the main monthly challenge, but we've also got the 24-hour challenge for the little Peachtober. We need to come up with ideas for both. Really, I'd like to do some monochromes, some two colors, say like pink and blue, and then you go on top of each other to get purple. That kind of thing is what I would like to do. It's currently Sunday for you and me, but I'm a week ahead. This is going to be a super chilled video. We've got 62 prompts to plan and we need to get started. Got this sketchbook out because there's a load of random left sides after Peachtober last year. Like, how am I supposed to use all of these? I've got some water-based markers that I don't think will go through at all. You know what? It's so dark. I'm just gonna light a candle. Let's get cozy. It's not great because it's not a hard surface, but I wonder if something like this could be perfect. Just because sometimes my sketches end up a little bit weird, I want to try and keep it about a similar size. I've got this green version as well that I picked up. This was in the Stationery Pal haul. Make them a little bit wonky. If they don't match, it's not too obvious. There's a little tip for you. Oh yes, we can fit an extra one. Last year we actually did 4 live streams for the Peachtober prep. I was just so slow for that. It took me so long to sketch and come up with ideas and everything. So this time, need to be a little bit faster. This is the Peachtober prompt list for this year. And number 1 is acorn. Should we pop it in Instagram and see what comes out? What about something kind of surreal, like an acorn with a tree popping out? Like a big old oak like this. Although it's already looking quite big. So we've got our acorn here. You actually get the tree. So the entire tree is around here. And it's kind of like it's coming out of the top of the acorn. I don't know if I'm explaining it very well, but this is the idea that I have. Alrighty, moving on to number 2, which is kite. And you could do a bird. I wonder if this could be negative space. So if it was something like this shape, the kind of tassel bit behind, and then what if it's, oh, this is looking like a pizza. The inside is negative space, but the outside is negative space too. Oh, I just had another idea. What if there's clouds? Next up is slug. I literally typed in slug cute to try and find something, but there are no cute slugs. Although I did do something cool before. The prompt was grub and we did like a little worm. Could try to remake something like that maybe. So say that's your slug. Would lines be a bit more apt? You got your random shapes around the outside, which I really enjoyed last time. If we follow this around, go round from that one, and then maybe we'll turn this into a triangle and have it going out like this. Oh, that'd be so cool if we can kind of redo grub again. Oh, next up is gingham. Maybe like a picnic? Okay, this is kind of what I was picturing. Well, the other option is to do a top down like this one. That is a cute idea actually. Zoom you in a little bit. Bowl of something there, and a bowl of something here. Loose flowers. Another little bowl here just to frame it. Gingham, you can watch me completely fail now. It might be best to actually use acrylic ink on top. Why is this side so much harder? And we'll have some bits and bobs. Oh, hot cross buns could be cool. We actually drew hot cross buns in Thursday's video. If you haven't seen that, that's kind of how I knew roughly roughly what they look like. Number 5 is poppy. Of course, we're going to use the red. Just want a singular poppy like this. Because this is so small, I just don't think there would be space for a bunch. So we're going to keep it really simple. Bits here in the middle. One that goes around here. These are the lines here. So these are going to be dots. Maybe this one here could be lines too. This could be cross-hatching a little bit. Circles maybe. Again, we are working very small, so we can't do super intricate designs. Every section has a different pattern on. Waves around the outside, something like this to frame it a little bit. Next up, number 6 is ring. Oh, what about instead of going for an actual ring, what about going for like an old telephone? Just picture that I'm doing this with a ruler, I guess. Phone in the center. This is so wonky. Oh, what about stripes? Something like this, but we'll make it look cooler. Number 7 is strawberry. What about a little bit of a pattern? Being ink, I think it might work. Really, really juicy strawberries. Maybe a couple of different sizes. Although it does look a bit weird where it joins there, so maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll just add a couple of leaves below. Although that looks weird too. What if instead of putting the spots on the strawberries, you put the spots on the background and color the strawberries in? It might look cute, it might not. At this point, we just need to get ideas down. Oh, kind of similar. Number 8 is leaf. I did a sketchbook tour. If you haven't seen it, I will pop that one down below. And there was a piece that I made that was black fine liner leaves with watercolor on top. Just any old leaf design, maybe something like, maybe that one could work. It's gonna go up like this. Say you've got one here and maybe one here. And then maybe just a baby one. You had a line down the middle and then this was all lines as well. And I used black fine liner. I wonder if we could use this as pure ink washes. This is like ink wash. You gotta picture this. So again, it's a similar style. I just really enjoyed it, so I kind of want to recreate it. And then you got some little splatters as well. Next up, we've got rope. An anchor. That's what I'm thinking of. Oh, no wonder I thought of it. They're literally like everywhere. Maybe negative space. Let's just pretend that wasn't done that big. And then the rope kind of wraps around. Why did I choose negative space? We are running out of space. It is a simple design, but I think in a small sketchbook it's gonna look quite cute. Oh, maybe some stars. Would that work? Oh yeah, that's kind of cute. Number 10 is critter. I'm not sure how I feel about that. According to Google, a critter is a small animal. I am feeling a squirrel. I like the idea of the tail wrapping around and looping it. So say you've got a little chubby squirrel here. It's like this, okay? This kind of the squirrel that we got. So say the tail is here. What if it loops around like this? 11 is seagull. I've already painted one before in the longest day art challenge from life, and it wasn't fun. But how's about we do a sky on wet on wet? Some of it might look like clouds and some of it might look a little bit like blobs, and then we just do some little bird wings like this. And that is the first 11 Peachtober prompts all done. On to the next page. Number 12 is bark. Like a dog or a tree? I was gonna say about this idea, but I don't know if it'll work being one color. You have your square, which is combined of 4 other squares. Say you've got your tree here, and that goes down here, and there's your tree. A couple of loose leaves. This background is light green. That means this background is dark green. This joins up here because the inside is dark on the light background, light on the dark background for these ones. Now obviously I've put this as 2 colors, but what if all of the light green could literally just be one wash and then all you have to do is add dark green on top? So I think that would actually not take very long. Oh, number 13 is marble. Marble is such a difficult prompt. I looked up patterns and that's going to be pretty impossible working this small with just ink, just one color. I kind of like the idea of doing a vase. I think you could do it quite quickly. You could add some patterns on top. It's the only quick idea I can come up with. Literally just a pretty vase. We're going to have some simpler pieces if we're going to complete this in one day, and just have like some some swirls on it. You know those kind of twigs that you get? I think those might work because then the focus will be on the bars. This is going to be my first time properly using the inks. This is like the trial run. Number 14 is brush. What about if it's a pot like this and there's an actual piece of art here? Paint brushes like this, but one goes in like accidentally the wrong way around and the paint is like spilling on the piece. Better to just get ideas down. We can piece it together later. What? Number 15 is aquarium? Oh yes, that was mermaid. I've already done this prompt this year. So you're starting out with your bowl, little circles like this, and then you've got your goldfish here. That looks terrifying. But what if you actually color in the fish tank? So usually the fish tanks are light because they're pretty see-through, but this time it's dark. Trying to think of something we can do relatively quickly. Next up is hatch. After spending an embarrassing amount of time trying to figure out what has a hatch but would look better than a shed, I realized that chickens hatch. Chicks hatch from an egg. That is so much better than doing like a shed, a box. So we're gonna do a little chick. Oh, that is so cute. It looks like a duck. 17 is whistle. That is a difficult one. What if we do one of those shells? I think it's called a conch shell, the ones that make those noises. Bit that kind of goes out. What if we do negative space? Yes, you're gonna hear me say that a lot. I wanna make it look cute. What if we do patterns, like say like a bow? Or we could do a tulip. Or what if we do dots? Maybe a couple of stripes? We're over halfway, but there's still so much to do. Oh, number 18 is toad. Mushroom. How do we stylize that? How's about a mushroom on a mushroom? On top of the top of a mushroom. Little mushroom. And then there's an even smaller little mushroom on top of that one. Oh, these need to be bigger actually. Oh, it's so dark outside now, it's crazy. Next is melon. I am trying my best to come up with ideas, but at least like a lemon or orange is cute. It's just like a big ball. There's a lemon. Watermelons are cuter, so we could do a watermelon there. We'll just have a melon behind. It exists, it's in it, but it's not the main focus. 20 is truck. What if we do the front of a big truck? That's it, that's the idea. It's like a decent idea, but this would require so much detail that I don't think we can do more than that. Big windows. Moving on to 21. Oh, snowflake. Okay, not negative space because we're gonna want to do the background first. This is ink. And then there'll be like water drops and that kind of thing. We'll do some cute little snowflakes on top. Once it's dried, we're gonna need some little ones as well. And now, oh no. 2, 3, and then we'll pop 10 down here. I think that's everything then. We're on the final stretch of Peachtober now, but I think we're gonna have to come back tomorrow to do Inktober just because it's like so dark right now. Next is web. Gonna be honest, I'm not obsessed with the idea of doing a spider. So how's about we do something a little bit different? It's in a frame, maybe not exactly like this. Oh, what if we have a flower in the middle and then we have lines coming out of the flower? I think this is kind of how a web is done. Kind of like this, isn't it? It like joins up. And then we'll do another one. Something around the edge. 23 is paper. Last year we had sketch and I did do paper. What can we do that's a little bit different? Say you've got like a paintbrush here and it's got paint on it. Kind of like swirls instead of paint. Oh, I don't know. Get a big surge of energy at the beginning and now we're losing it. Number 24. Hope it's gonna fit there. What is it? Oh, spots, and then we've got stripes. What about a duck? Bear with me on this. And what if it's the same? So you've got a cute little duck. Yeah, is that kind of what their feet look like? Say this is the duck again, but it's kind of on top, so it's like this, and you got like a little bit of a feet. The only thing that really changes is the background that they're in. Say that this one has big round flowers like hydrangeas, maybe some fruit, and maybe the leaves look round as well. So picture that the background is darker than the foreground. That's all it really means. Slightly concerned about doing this in one day okay now. Now for stripes, like a forest. A bit more like in different directions. Just like the same duck, but in a different place. We'll add some leaves to the branches. Hopefully they'll make it look a bit more like trees. Moving on to number 26, which is bear. Like looking like a teddy bear. So it's like sat like, that looks like a frog. What if it's resting against a tree? Some big leaves on the floor. Ooh, 27 is axe. What if we make it like a pattern? So you've got your piece here. Oh, let's just ignore that. I would kind of like checkered. What if you do it like the sword and the stone, but with an axe? Kind of like that. Looks like a volcano. Going back in. Maybe with some lines. Texture. Next up, 28 is button. First thing I thought of is a cardigan with buttons. I'm trying to find exactly what I'm after and struggling. The idea I had was zoomed in like this with little buttons up the top. I think this could look good being in a small sketchbook like that. I guess it's gonna need to come in a little bit because the buttons are gonna be all the way up here with a bit of shoulder, and basically the buttons are like very high crossed, aren't they? Something like that. Yeah, maybe that's not it at all. Maybe we do it even closer up because that was kind of what I was intending. Yeah, we'll just ignore that. Number 29 is sour. What about a lemon here? There's another one here. We could also do another one here. It's gonna have a background. Do you know what? I'm just gonna make that now. And everything is contained on the inside. It doesn't go to the edge. So if you were gonna have like a leaf here, bend it so that it fits here. But I guess if you had yellow and put blue on top, you'd get green. They would be limes, not lemons, which does actually work. Number 30 is whisker. We are doing a cat. It's gonna be late by the time we get to this, and I'm gonna want it to be simple. Maybe we fill it in. It doesn't have to be dark. This is just the color that we're using. Weird little stars around the edge. I have been liking these ones lately. Now for the final prompt, which is ghost. I would like to make one of those pieces of art that is like a stamp. I've actually never done it. It's kind of like this maybe, and then just a really simple silly little ghost inside. I shouldn't have done the line really. Maybe like another line outside. Well, that is the entirety of Peachtober. I'm tired. I will meet you back here tomorrow as we come up with Inktober. How is it so much lighter today? That's so weird. I've done a little bit of sketching in here, loosely added a title and a few of the little ones. We've done up to 11. Today we are planning Inktober. Inktober is the main monthly art challenge in the big book. Oh, and I also had a thought. I think I might use multiple colours for some of the Peachtobers. I think the gingham will go better having a slightly different colour on top. Slug, I think that will go better with different colours. Here we go. Inktober. Okay, the first prompt is, I've already said this, it's mustache. I have no clue what we're gonna do. I'm thinking we're gonna keep it simple because I can't really come up with any ideas. What if we have a little nose? I don't know if the eyebrows will be in. I don't know how high it will go up, but the idea I had was basically lots of blooms and colour dropped in. Oh, number 2 is weave. This is why I've kind of stayed away from Inktober because the prompts are already so much harder. Something to do with this. Oh, is it a dream catcher? It hanging. It did have like a really pretty pattern on it. If I come up with any other ideas, we can do that, but I genuinely don't think that I will. And then maybe you can like see outside or something. Number 3 is crown. Oh, we could do a portrait. What about instead of a crown, it's like a tiara, like a Disney scene. Super simple. Why don't we try and draw Cinderella? Messed up there a little bit. Never do open mouths. Oh, she needs eyebrows. The hair is quite big, but the face is tiny. I think that's the problem. Oh, next is murky. Could we do like a landscape? Really make the most of the inks with a lot of wet on wet and water blooms. It says all we need really is a thick mist, so I think it will work. Oh yeah, any of these. They all seem to have water, so I'll add a little bit of water there. And then I think I'll do mine a bit further away, so I'll do slightly smaller mountains. I do like the idea of having some trees. Add a couple just to frame. So the biggest part is just how light all of this needs to be to look like mist. It's only really this bit that will be in focus. Okay, next up we've got deer. I actually did a deer last time for Peachtober. Wait, I can literally show you. Ooh, This is what I made for number 5, fawn, and it's number 5 deer. That's so strange. I wonder if we can do this again, but make the little baby deer bigger and try and bring this concept to life in a better way. That is something I do like to do for these art challenges. Often you come up with ideas that you actually really like, but if it doesn't go so well, I don't see why you can't try again a different year. It's hard to come up with completely new ideas every single time, so if you've got something that you would like to redo, then why not? What I'm thinking is that we actually blend it into the bottom, which I didn't do last time, and maybe this time do it as a wash rather than everything wet on dry. Maybe just a little bit more subtle this time, a bit more of a blend, because I like the concept. Number 6 is pierce. So maybe a weapon or like a piercing on an ear. I think I want to take the opportunity to do a side profile and then add some piercings. You're gonna watch me absolutely ruin this now because I haven't got any guidelines. And then basically a variety of piercings. Maybe a nose piercing, maybe an eyebrow. Moving on. Oh, 7 is starfish. Well, okay, if you insist, I can do that. Like just literally do a starfish. So the first layer is wet and there's gonna be some ink dropped on like this, a couple of blooms, maybe some splatters. Then the second layer is going to be wet and the exact same thing again. So hopefully you're going to get some lovely blooms and everything in the background and then get some lovely blooms on here too and just add a little bit of detail. Obviously we can get like a white gel pen and maybe add some bubbles as well just to break it up a little bit. 8 is reckless. With a capital R. This is why I struggle with Inktober. I find Peachtober so much easier to come up with ideas because what do you do for that? I had to get help and the idea is to do a person on a tightrope. If we do it like this and it's all a silhouette, we could have some lovely blooms in the background with the ink. Unfortunately, that means we need to do like a person as a silhouette, which is quite tricky. And then we have like our lovely blooms that are sort of made to look like clouds. Number 9 is heavy. Oh, that is difficult as well. An animal? An object? What if it's like this one again, which is like wheel, but it's like an elephant? Just because I found it so fun before. That's not even. Say you've got the trunk all the way down the middle, and then that is the face. The ears. I think the elephant trunk needs to be smaller to make this work. A spiral here that kind of goes like that, and then you've got another one here because I do want to make pieces that I like rather than just drawing things. And I feel like with Peachtober I do various art styles and with Inktober I struggle to stylize. So let's say this is the green and that's the green, and then this one that would then make that the green. Maybe we'll use red this time, bear with me. Different shades. And then it would be the background. This is what I want to do. 10 is sweep. Oh, that is hard. What if we try to draw the wind in a surreal way? So say you've got a tree here that's kind of, it's been moved, because I don't want to do a mop or a brush. That's the only thing that I can come up with. 11 is sting. That's cool. How's about we do sting from The Hobbit? The sword. Well, obviously Lord of the Rings too, but this is where he finds sting. I mean, it is pretty cool. What if we do a frame? We haven't done that yet. Like a frame with a border, just because I really like doing them, and we've done really cute pieces with Peachtober, and when it comes to Inktober, I just struggle to do the same. Say you've got like this, kind of like that. What if we do some of the patterning around the outside, like this, so the swirls meet? I'm gonna grab a different color for that. Because we do have acrylic inks this time, we can actually go light on dark, which could look really cool. It means it'll be quicker. Ah, yeah, that looks cute. I've actually wanted to try these for so long, and I've gotta say, I was not expecting that texture. It's like jelly. I thought it'd be hard on the outside. Let's add this here. Prompt number 12 is shredded, and there isn't a single part of me that wants to draw a person with muscles, so we're gonna do food. Oh, can we do the gingham again? Drinks are really difficult to draw from on top. And a baguette. That's much nicer. Oh no, it matches. Number 13 is drink. Ah. Okay, what if we do a drink but negative space? Just trying to make this interesting if there's any way. And not too similar to what we've literally just done. It's not the best idea, but it's something. Number 14 is trunk, which I've definitely done before. That might have been Peachtober. And I think we're gonna do a tree trunk again. Oh, this is really cool. We stylize that. Yeah, what if we color the entire thing in and pop a tree trunk in the middle, go everywhere like that, and add texture as well. I think it might look cool. When it comes to art challenges, the most important thing is to just get some ideas down. Oh, number 15 is ragged. Google says ragged clothes or a ragged coastline. I really like that idea. So it seems to be anything that is really crazy shapes. This is the cliff here, and as long as you have various edges, this is ragged. We could have some behind that are doing the exact same, and then we could have clouds. This could be fun, this one, I think. Yeah, that's a nice idea. I've never done a landscape in ink. I've not really used the ink, so I think that could be fun. Number 16 is blunder. It's just a stupid or careless mistake. How on earth do you draw that? A chessboard is coming up quite a lot. Leaps were taken, so you're gonna have to come with me on this journey. This is like water. This is quite a journey, okay? The crown. This is the king. There's a person upset here. There's our knees, arms, and then there's water, which kind of spins like this. Even though it looks like water, this is actually gonna be checkered, and you've got like half of it filled in. It's an idea. Next is ornate. What about a vintage watch? An old style that is like really pretty. Maybe we need to add another section here. Patterns like this, maybe? Just frames the piece nicely. Number 18 is deal. Oh, like playing cards, maybe. What if you have, like, say, 3 cards? They're all wrapped in vines or something. They look a little bit too blobby. It looks a bit like seaweed. Your number, maybe really dark, the background. Number 19, Arctic. Oh no. I do actually have an idea in mind. I thought of polar bears. How's about we make a circle that kind of looks like a moon and pop down a white polar bear? It won't look like this, don't worry. Stars and somehow some texture. I think this is gonna have to be maybe a white gel pen on top or something. Oh, there we go, like that. Number 20 is rivals. Google is only really coming up with Marvel. There's 2 cars going up against each other, and you might recognize them, but we might have to do it slightly further away. And then the background will be colored in, and it's gonna have a frame. It's Herbie and Lightning McQueen, because let's just do some fun cars. The final one on this page is Blast. I'm thinking perhaps a stylized volcano. What if we have some shapes and then each one connects like this? That's kind of how they come out. And then there's a little face. Could make the color first and then just add the dark bits afterwards. So this is all crazy colors, and then just define the shapes a little bit. Oh, I am tired. We're 2/3 of the way through. These ones are a little bit cuter. I'm more happy with these. These ones, I think I followed the prompt a little bit too much. A lot of these actually look like art pieces, which the beginning of Inktober doesn't really have. Well, anyway, we're now on the final part. Inktober. Oh, number 22 is button. Isn't that the exact same as Peachtober? It is. What are we gonna do? What about something simple that actually has buttons, like these little collars? These are so cute. I think I do prefer the other design, but this one could be a quick one. We do need to have some quick ones in this art challenge if we're gonna complete it all. Ooh, 23 is firefly. That's cool. If we had some bushes like this, some trees, and it was all nighttime with lots of blooms, you could have some fireflies here, add them on top afterwards, add a dollop and then blur it out, I think. The other thing you could use is Neocolor potentially. 24 is rowdy. Rowdy could mostly be about noise, so we could do a cute little dog. Obviously it will look better than this. And then have like some noise. Pop them on like a cute little rug maybe in a living room. We could have like the edge of a fireplace, maybe a little picture frame in this gap. Oh, 25 is Inferno. What if we do a cute little dragon, because we've already done a volcano? I don't tend to start with the body first, but I guess we're trying something new. Oh, is that cute? Oh no, I forgot the wings. Where do we put them? Maybe they're just little. Just a little bit of fire. Embers, that's it. Number 26 6 is puzzling. To be honest, seeing this prompt, I kind of want to go more the puzzle route. One thing that I have never done is drawn a piece of art as a jigsaw puzzle. That, then go down. And then what about something really simple on top? Say like a weird shaped vase. Yeah, kind of like this. Some patterns behind. Oh, 27 is onion. This here is what I made for radish last year, and honestly, I really like it. Should we do something similar for onion? Yeah, a little bit of an homage to radish, do you think? What if we lean into the shapes a little bit more? Red onion there. Say you put various dots around the outside and then kind of connected them so it looks a little bit like the inside of an onion. Number 28 is skeletal. And I think I'm going to take the opportunity to do a skull. I do enjoy them. I don't know why. They just look kind of cool. Okay, it needs to be shifted down, but you get the idea. You got some flowers, some vines dotted about. Oh, this would be an awesome sticker, honestly. Just following all the way around. Number 29 is lesson. I think we could do something lo-fi here, like in a classroom. Maybe like a window here. We could do some curtains here, maybe. Does not look like curtains. An old blackboard. So it's quite a close-up area of a classroom. Clock. Maybe a light. Looks like a disco ball. Maybe like a trolley or a piece of furniture or something here. We can pop some like pens or something on. Number 30. Vacant. Something empty. What about a city? So you've got your road here. And these are all like skyscrapers. I think this might look quite good in ink. Oh, okay. 31 is award. This is the very last one. Usually I don't have much energy by this point. What about something simple like an actual trophy? Seeing as this is the last one. And then have some random designs around the outside. Oh, can I do ribbon? Does that look like ribbon at all? Maybe like a spiral here? Maybe that's why it looks wrong. Maybe it needs an outline. Can you believe we've created ideas for 62 art prompts? Some of them might be changed. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss both art challenges. Have a great week and I'll see you back here on Thursday with a new video. Bye bye.